Alright, so check it out. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I've done one of these sit-downy type deals, but for this video in particular, I had to make an exception. There was just no way I was gonna do the whole voiceover shtick that I've been doing, which is cool, but gotta make an exception for this one. But before I start, I've been sick for the past few, not even the past few, I've been sick for the past week, so if my voice goes in and out, that's like the sickness trying to claw its way out of me at different points. So I apologize in advance. Yeah, getting right into it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a channel called Abba and Preach. Me personally, I've been a fan of them for a while. I started watching them probably a year ago. I watched like their new videos that they make now. I've binge watched some of their older stuff in the past. So yeah, overall really good guys, really good content creators. Yeah, I just really like their content. But recently, or over the past week or two, they've been in a bit of a scuffle with Fresh and Fit. Now, Fresh and Fit is this podcast who basically, if I had to put it in simple terms, they're a red pill podcast. And what a red pill is in general is basically, red pill is a community of men who want to better themselves, basically. To my understanding, they want to better themselves mentally, physically. They want to get more suave with women, this, that, and the third, or whatever. Just yeah, place for men who want to better themselves. So they're a podcast that, you know, they in particular pride themselves on being alpha male, being good with ladies, fit, this, that, and the third, or whatever, right? What every guy wants to be, generally. So yeah, they've been in a scuffle for a while now. And it all started because it literally started over this. Check it out, right? So Abba of Abba and Preach makes a video on a topic that he disagreed with Fresh and Fit about. Basically, Fresh and Fit was like, I would never pay for sex. I never pay for a woman to have sex with me. Like, that's not alpha. That's not machismo, right? Whereas Abba and Preach, well, Abba specifically in this case, he's like, okay, and what's the problem? Like, he has very different viewpoints on it, basically. He's like, yo, pay for box. Some of the top dogs, the top people that you claim to be as alpha as, some of these big CEOs, NBA players, people like Kevin Samuels, they've done it. That they've paid for the box or whatever, it's whatever. Different strokes for different folks, literally and figuratively. But yeah, Abba makes a video on it. He covers it because that's what he does. Fresh and Fit, these machismo guys, they see it, and instead of addressing it respectfully like men, like alpha men, they go on a rant on their podcast, basically saying how much better they are than Abba and Preach.
We are better than you niggas, period.
How much more views they got, how they're better with women, how they look better, just all this personal stuff that has nothing to do with anything.
My man Abba looks like he got off a camel, hasn't cut his hair in years.
What economy you came from, bro? Naruto. Nigga looking bummy as hell, bro.
It's like getting into an argument with your girl or your boyfriend or whatever, and then they're losing the argument, and then they proceed to say,
oh, well, your shoe game is weak.
Or, well,
that shirt you're wearing is doo-doo.
That has nothing to do with anything, right? You bring it up because you're emotional. So Fresh and Fit had a very emotional response to disagreeing on a very minute point at the end of the day. Like, it doesn't matter. But here's where it gets better, right? Check it out. Here's where it gets better. As they're going on their rant, the guy named Myron Gaines, he's like the tall, lighter one out of the two, proceeds to call Preach's wife a beluga whale. You heard me right. So you went from disagreeing on something to calling this man Preach's wife a beluga whale. Not only that, he insults his wife, and then he assaults Preach's nationality because Preach is Haitian. Okay, hi. It's Editor Marty here. When I got to this point, I realized that I made a pretty big mistake. So I was right about Myron calling Preach's wife a beluga whale, but everything I say that he does after that point, I was actually wrong on. His co-host Walter says that. So Walter insults Preach's nationality, and he also instigates the fight. So yeah, my bad on that. So he does all these personal attacks, and then tops it off with, "Yo, if I had to fight Preach, I'll fight him. Like, let's do it."
So you know what? Come back to Miami. Let's box it out. Talk it out too. How about that?
In
We're
3
here
months,
waiting.
though.
Preach, at this point, because his wife and his nationality has been insulted, he's sitting here like this. And he's like, "Bet, I'll be in Miami," because Fresh and Fit are based out of Miami. He's like, "I'll be in Miami next week." And the fight was slated, the fight was slated for the 24th and the 25th. Because at that point, what more do you need to say? No more words need to be exchanged. You insulted this man's nationality, his Haitian heritage, his wife, no more words. And then you issued a fight after that, say less. And words for what? Nah, we don't need to do that. And I said check it out. I said because recently this man Myron, or Fresh and Fit in particular, they called the fight off. Why? Because they apologized. And first, they apologized to their fans, not even to Abba and Preach themselves. You know, the guys they were attacking. No, they don't apologize to them first. They apologize to their fans, and then they apologize to Abba and Preach. At this point, Abba and Preach are like, ain't no forgiveness, ain't no words, ain't no apologies. Y'all want to fight? We gonna do this. Well, no, yeah, they're like, y'all want the smoke? We got it. We here. We already said 24th, 25th. There's even DMs of Abba and Preach, of Abba going back and forth with Myron and them setting it up. Like, the receipts are out there, fam. None of the videos, to my knowledge, have been taken down. The evidence is out there. So, and then there was a whole other situation with, I'm not going to talk about it here, but there was a whole other situation with Myron and the woman, she's really big into fitness and all. She's like well known in the fitness community, got over 40,000 followers on Instagram. So she's well known. Like she got a foundation or whatever. He reaches out to collab with her. To keep it short and sweet, the whole conversation goes south because Myron is like, "Oh, I only collab with women who are willing to sleep with me." Most people who respect themselves aren't going to sleep with somebody that they don't know. And then they don't even live in the same place. Myron's is in Miami. The girl he wanted to collab, or the woman he wanted to collaborate with, is not in Miami. So she would have to fly out to him. So for her to get on this podcast, she would have to fly out, sleep with some dude who she doesn't know in order to get on their podcast, right? Sounds crazy because it is. It's stupid. But yeah, this whole situation is disappointing because guys like me, I'm 19, right? And I wouldn't call myself a beta male by any stretch of the imagination. Guys like me, I'm supposed to go to guys like Fresh and Fit, see them, take their advice because I want to be like them. But then to see them react this way when somebody disagrees with them on something that doesn't matter, pay for a box or don't. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It matters not. How you get off is your business. Period. I don't care. They don't care. Fans probably don't. Nobody cares. Do your thing. But nah, you had to get emotional about it. These machismo dudes had to get emotional about it. They had to rant about how they're much better than Preach. How much better they are than Abba and Preach. How much more money they make, how much more views they got. And then they had to insult this man Preach, and then issue a challenge, issue a fight, only to backtrack and try to save face. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to wrap it up here, but I'm not going to tell you to ditch Fresh and Fit. Do what you want. Look into them. If you're subscribed to them, if you want to keep subscribing, by all means, go ahead. It makes no difference to me. But I saw everybody else speaking on it. I watched people speaking on it, and I thought it was cool. And I thought it would be cool if I spoke on it. So yeah, now that I have, I don't know when the next time I'm gonna do one of these sit-downy type videos again. But I guess until next time, I'll catch y'all later. And if you're here at this point still, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll catch y'all next time.